Zip the electric eel zipped through the reef, sparks flashing in the blue water. "You can't catch me," he shouted as he darted past Ollie Octopus. Luna the moon jellyfish and Finley the flying fish laughed as they chased him. Zip's bright sparks lit the water, making him easy to spot no matter how fast he swam. They stopped near a swaying kelp forest where tall green fronds waved gently. Ollie Octopus crossed his arms and looked at Zip. "Zip, you always give yourself away," Ollie said. Zip frowned and stared at the sand, wishing he could hide without glowing. Above them, the waves rolled slowly, sending shifting light down into the water. Luna the moon jellyfish floated closer, her soft glow lighting the sand around them. "We can help you," she said kindly. Finley the flying fish circled fast, splashing at the surface with his fins. Zip's sparks crackled again in excitement, and everyone sighed as they saw how brightly he shone. Ollie Octopus tapped Zip's tail with a calm motion. "Let's try slow breathing," Ollie said in his steady voice. Zip wriggled in place, finding it hard to stay still. Around them, the kelp rustled quietly as tiny crabs scurried past, their shells clicking against the rocks. "Take a deep breath, then let it out," Luna said gently. Zip tried, but a sharp spark popped at his nose. He groaned, wishing it would stop. Finley the flying fish darted around him, saying, "We'll practice until you get it," his voice full of patience and encouragement. They moved into a shadowy cave where sunlight barely reached. The water felt cooler here. Ollie Octopus led the way, curling his arms around rough rocks. Zip followed close behind, but his sparks bounced brightly off the damp walls, making shadows jump across the cave floor. "Stay still here," Ollie said firmly. Luna hovered near the cave entrance, her glow hidden behind a curtain of seaweed. Finley swam slow circles in the water, watching closely and waiting for Zip to calm down. The cave was quiet, except for the gentle drip of water from above. Zip closed his eyes and breathed in the cool water. For a moment, his sparks faded into nothing. He felt proud, but then excitement bubbled inside and they flared again. "Oops," he said quietly, opening his eyes to see Ollie shaking his head with a small smile. Days passed, and they practiced in the kelp forest too. Ollie Octopus counted to 10, while Zip stayed as still as possible. Luna and Finley cheered when his sparks lasted only a tiny flash. Zip began to feel calmer each time they tried, learning to control his bright bursts. One morning, Ollie said, "Let's try a real game." Zip grinned but kept his tail steady. The reef was busy with darting fish and drifting jellyfish. Sunlight danced over the coral, and Zip felt ready to test his new stillness in a proper round of hide-and-seek. Finley the flying fish took off, calling, "Ready or not, here I come." Zip slid into a dark crack between two big rocks, breathing slow. Luna floated nearby, her soft glow hidden behind seaweed so she wouldn't give him away. The water around them stayed calm and quiet. Finley zipped past the crack twice but didn't see Zip hiding there. Ollie Octopus stayed quiet, watching from the sand below. Zip's spark stayed away, his body still as a stone. He felt steady and focused, waiting for the moment Finley would give up the search. Finally, Finley stopped and said, "I give up." Zip wriggled out from the crack, smiling wide. "You didn't find me," he shouted happily. Luna spun in the water, her glow shining again. Ollie clapped his arms together in approval. "That was amazing," Ollie said with pride. The reef's fish gathered nearby, curious about the champion hiding spot. Luna floated close, beaming at Zip's success. Zip felt calm and strong inside, knowing his sparks would only shine when he chose to let them. From that day, Zip the electric eel became the reef's hide-and-seek champion. He played with Ollie Octopus, Luna the moon jellyfish, and Finley the flying fish every week. His sparks stayed hidden until he wanted them to shine, making every game exciting and full of surprise.